kind of sat next to me. You had my heart fluttering, baby, like a pair of butterfly wings. I seemed to talk for hours about everything we knew. And when you went away, baby, Lord, right then I knew that there's only one woman for me. You showed me things I'd never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. There's only one woman for me. It's been 2 years, baby. Oh, you're standing there. I see the love in your eyes, wind blowing through your hair. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, the love we shared. And I knew in my heart, baby, none would ever compare. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. We talk for hours, made love on the beach. You are my dream, my only fantasy. Then one summer day, my darling, you went away. You flew up to heaven, you see, got your own pair of wings. Though it broke my heart, I remember everything you taught. There would never be another woman that could mend his heart. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome.
You win the multitasking award. You could have been a woman.
Welcome. I got no fridge.
Okay.
They couldn't fix it. I got bigger problems. Anyway, it is Friday.
Friday.
Today's the day of gratefulness.
I know.
For a lot of reasons. It's a day of gratitude and gratefulness. It's time to say thank you, give, and do what we got to do to get it all there. So we're glad to have you on the show. We are completing, today is the anniversary of entering our 7th year.
Really?
according to my records.
Because right into February is when you started Two Boys from Brooklyn,
That's right.
February 1st.
So we and then we're like everybody else. You got to get picked up and got to go and what have you. So
I'm like an
7 years
annuity
ago.
for you.
You?
Me.
You are? Wow.
12 broads and me, and I stuck for 7 years. Think about that.
It's amazing for somebody who said no, no, no for 4 years, and then now I can't get rid of you. Like that gum on the bottom of the
Now,
shoe.
like that sticky stuff in your shoe, exactly.
But it's been a trip. It's been exciting. We're entering a phase of the game right now where things are rapidly moving along,
It's nice, isn't it?
and it's a whole lot better than anything else. You got a lot of producers around us doing pictures and doing whatever they're doing. We got J-Lo, she hates that name, and she's doing the board today. We got G-Man doing sound. We got the ladies in the house. It's all ladies on the set today, I noticed.
No,
No
you
males.
got Baxton. Lynn's in the other room, and Steve's here, so you're good.
No males.
I got to watch Baxton's fancy footwork down there on the floor again on this Friday.
And I'm gonna put him on a stage or something up on high.
So I'm excited for today's show. Sorry we're a little late. It's been a meeting after meeting after meeting, all really great things and new opportunities. And Russ likes hanging out with us every day, so that's really exciting.
He brings news every time he comes.
The aliens are coming with him.
Yes, that's going to be February 6th.
February 6th, that show starts, so check it out. I'm sure you've seen the press releases out everywhere. But what's really exciting about today's show is we've got some longtime friends with us that we haven't seen in a while. We've got Vismaya Rubin talking about gratitude and being grateful. We've got Veronica Green, our very own Veggie Vera, with her first cookbook. And I'm excited we're going to be doing some vegan Caesar salad dressing. It's like your all-time favorite without the fat. It's good Caesar salad dressing. I mean, it's healthy for you. Lindsay will even be proud of you.
Without
for
the
that for her.
fat.
I know.
Without the fat.
When I first met Freddie, his go-to salad was always Caesar salad.
It
We go
still
to
is.
lunch meetings, always Caesar salad, which is great, right? Except when you
Without
drown
the
it in the
fat.
traditional Caesar salad dressing, it kind of loses all
Ladies,
its
I'm
nutritional
Latino.
value.
Latinos love the fat.
Yeah, but your heart doesn't. So your
I know.
cardiologist doesn't like
I
the
know.
fat.
I know. We just had a episode about that whole cardiologist thing. But you know, it's funny because
Can you believe we're so old that we actually have these conversations? But your cardiologist doesn't like the fat.
well, no, but you should eat healthy no matter what age you are, right?
True. No animals.
There's no animals in the Caesar salad.
Yes, there is. There's anchovies.
I don't have the anchovy.
And traditionally,
I
they
put
use
chicken.
cheese, which is made from milk, which comes from a cow, and
Okay,
eggs,
all
which
right,
come from
all right.
chicken.
Take it easy.
A lot of
Whoa,
eggs
now.
into your Caesar salad.
You're gonna have me eating eggshells.
But the funny thing is, Veronica's there, and we're setting the camera angles, and she says, "Wow, my green leaves are red." She said, "Does green turn red here?" Josh, we have to recolor correct it, but now her greens are greens. When we have the color key on for the green screen,
Where's the green screen?
it's not there, so we've corrected, so now it's natural color. So her greens are really green and they're not red, which is kind of funny.
I thought I was seeing hallucinogenics.
But Veronica, I love this new book, Cooking with Veggie Vero.
Thank you.
Loaded avocado toast, no bake energy bites. See, I'm like a kid's chef, honestly. 5 ingredients or less, and I'm
Yeah.
good to cook.
That was the whole idea behind this recipe book, was for it to be very simple, something, mostly recipes that kids can make
She doesn't mind?
on their own with very little assistance. Some of the recipes don't even require any actual stovetop cooking. They're just like raw ingredients, chopping them, putting them together, and you just eat it raw. And a lot of adults have been telling me, I need this for myself, because it's simple. It's very simple. It's like step 1, step 2, step 3, enjoy.
This is, oh, I'm looking at your teriyaki veggie skewers, and I'm thinking, what do you have on them? You've got tofu on them.
Yep, teriyaki, you got tofu, mushrooms. I mean, really, you can put anything on skewers, make veggie skewers, but there is, I believe I included good, I'm glad I included it. The recipe for like my favorite dressing when it comes to like teriyaki-ish type of meals. You just use tahini, coconut aminos, and maple syrup, and a little bit of toasted sesame oil. Mix it all up, and it tastes just like teriyaki sauce. It's so good.
Everything you make. Remember you were here, I think you made the rainbow lettuce wraps.
Yeah.
When you were here.
I remember
and they
that.
devour them. And the crew loved them.
Yeah, and it's so simple. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to make for my book release party. It's going to be a book release / cooking workshop for the kiddos. We're going to do it at the Delray Beach Children's Garden. It's February 25th. It's a Saturday morning. And so I'll be there doing a book signing, meet and greet, and the kids, if you register your little one, you'll get a cooking kit, which includes all of the ingredients that you'll need to make your rainbow lettuce wrap, and also a signed book is included in the kit.
And when is the book release?
February 25th. It's a Saturday morning.
How's the garden going? Busy, full?
Very busy, very busy. Oh my goodness.
You've been doing a lot there. I keep seeing a lot of posts that you're putting out.
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, really, every day there's something going on there. We're serving so many different parts of the community. We have the homeschool community that joins us on 3 days a week now. We have field trips. We have a lot of wonderful Title I schools that these kids don't really usually get a lot of outdoor playtime. So they come and they're just totally immersed in nature and they're loving it. So we do field trips almost every week now. We have on the weekends, we do birthday parties and we do just kind of open garden play, which is open for everyone in the community to come with their little ones and enjoy the garden. What else? Mother Nature and Me, which is our Thursday program every Thursday morning. It's there's no pre-registration required. You can just walk in. It's $10 per child, and you get an arts and craft project, story time hosted by me, and just open nature play. Just kind of really being one with the earth, climbing trees, picking fruit from the trees, playing in the mud kitchen.
You should take
We
the
got a
boys there
brand
this
new
weekend.
water table too, which is like really exciting. I wish I had a picture to
You should
show
take
you.
Joey
To the
garden.
The garden? Well, we're going to be working, but okay.
Yes.
I can do that. Is
Mud
it open on
kitchen
Sunday?
is the best.
Is the garden open on Sunday?
It is Saturday and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 1.
Or let's pay Katie to take Joey.
Maybe.
Freddie's grandson's coming in to visit today for the weekend, so he would love it.
Oh, take him by.
That would be so much fun to see him actually.
Which
out running
garden?
around.
Where's your garden? Is that the garden that we went to that you melted?
Yes. I went on that Halloween. Remember that Halloween I told you about? That Halloween.
She melted. I was
But
dying.
It was
it's
so
not,
hot that
it's
day.
not hot right now, so no excuses.
It's beautiful.
beautiful outside, yeah.
And everyone's out doing their thing.
Absolutely, they're loving it.
How's the response been on your book? From what I've seen, all the parents are loving it.
Oh, they're loving it. Oh my gosh, everybody is so happy. They're already asking me about a part 2. Yeah, everybody's loving it. I mean, this book was inspired by the cooking classes that I teach at the garden. I was not planning to make a cookbook. It was not part of my of my agenda. I was just teaching these cooking classes, and the parents would text me every week. I was getting text messages or emails from a lot of the parents who were attending the classes with their kids, and they're, Veronica, what was the ingredients for this thing we made? Can you give me the recipe to this? And it was like constant. And I'm like, I need to just put this down on paper. And then I said, you know what, maybe I should just turn it into a book. And that's how the whole thing came about. So I'm very happy I got it done. Actually, I would like to read the first little paragraph. It's kind of like an intro author's note, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, so I said, as a writer and activist, my mission is to empower children with the skills to live consciously and compassionately. I believe that a kind and sustainable future begins with a generation of young environmentalists who understand the ripple effects of their daily choices. Cooking with organic, plant-based foods helps to nurture a deep appreciation for the Earth's abundance. This opens the door for family discussions about how we can protect our planet. And then I go on to talk about a little bit more about how the book was started, but yeah.
This is amazing. So, all right, today we're going to be making vegan Caesar salad.
Vegan Caesar salad.
Without the
And
fat.
The kids like this, right?
Oh my gosh, they love it. I actually just did a vegan Caesar last week. It was last week or the week before with the kids at the garden, and they were loving it. They couldn't get enough. So I'm going to show you how to make the dressing, because usually the Caesar dressing is pretty not nutritional.
All right, let's see what we got. What ingredients do we need?
Okay, so and one of the things I love about this is most of these ingredients, if not all of them, are things you probably just already have in your home, in your fridge. So you're going to start with, the base is actually hummus. So you're going to just take a little spoonful of regular plain hummus, organic. I'll put 2 spoonfuls. Now this is your base. So as you know, hummus is already nutritious. It's made from chickpeas, very full of protein. Then I'm going to take a little bit of Dijon mustard. This is just plain organic Dijon mustard. And it's going to give it the little tang. And then you're going to take a little bit of organic maple syrup. Just give it a little sweetness, just a little.
And you're not going to eat all of that.
I'm going to mix it up.
Why not?
You would eat all
So
of
right
it.
now it's
the
very
problem?
thick. We got to get it a little bit more liquidy. All right, I'm going to put a dash of salt and pepper. Don't
little
really
pinch of
need
dill.
much because the hummus already usually has some sodium in it. I like a little extra pepper. Okay, so then it's still pretty thick, so I'm going to put a little bit of water. And you just mix it up.
Like cashews, that you're actually using hummus for the Caesar dressing.
Yeah, and you can use, there's different recipes, but this one to me, it really is just so simple. Most of us, I mean, I don't want to generalize, but everyone I know has hummus in their fridge. so it's like
So
such a
is it like
simple
regular
thing.
hummus? Doesn't hummus like come in 12 different flavors?
Humana.
Yeah, I got the
Humana.
plain original, no extra
original.
flavors or anything like that. So you can see that it's now looks like a Caesar,
Like a
Caesar dressing.
It looks like a Caesar
And
dressing, minus
I
the
am
fat.
going to just give it a quick taste
It's all
test.
protein.
That's it?
That's it?
That's it?
Yeah, it's perfect. So now I'm
How
going
easy is
to put it in, excuse me, inside of these little paper bowls with some pre-chopped lettuce that I have here, and somebody can enjoy it.
Pre-chopped lettuce.
This is just romaine lettuce and a little bit of kale. Oh, and there's another important ingredient I forgot to mention. I'll
And cake?
get to that in a minute.
Your favorite.
My favorite.
Veronica, I'm watching Freddie's face and I'm thinking, you got kale, hummus, no mayonnaise, and no fat in that. And I'm thinking,
Okay, Freddie, this is for you. You have to
Freddie,
try
this is
this
for
since
you.
you are a Caesar salad fanatic, apparently.
I love it, the Caesar salad.
Okay, this is another important ingredient. Well, it's important to me. The hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are a nutritional powerhouse. They are so full of protein, full of amino acids, very, very good for us. And when they mix in with the dressing, they actually kind of imitate like a Parmesan type of texture.
So that'll be like the cheese.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like a little crunch. Your doctor's gonna love
I'm gonna
you.
just pour a bunch of hemp seeds on
Humana,
here.
humana. Whew. That's a lot of
Hemp.
cheese.
That's
Full
loud.
of hemp. It's good for it.
And here's our dressing.
So
And then, of course, I also have some vegan croutons.
Of course. Vegan
Which-
croutons, which means the bread is made without egg and dairy?
Without egg and butter. It's just basically like dehydrated wheat bread with, it has a little bit of seasoning, but yep, they do the trick.
what is that?
Croutons.
The veggie crouton.
Vegan.
Veggie region.
How's this doing for you? What's your head doing right now?
All right, so you have vegan Caesar salad.
Delicious. All
Who
right,
would
we're
like
gonna
to try?
we're gonna pass that out. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. You get to try it. We come back, more with Veronica Green, more with gratitude. We've got Vismaya, we've got Karina, and we've got some friends hanging out in Studio B. So more to come. 888-994-4995. Cooking with Veggie Vero. Ready to try it?
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
A trail camera set up to capture images of wildlife in Colorado was hijacked by a bear that used its camera to pose for about 400 selfies. Boulder Open Space and Mountain Parks said a wildlife camera set up in a wooded area in November snapped 580 photos in a single night, and rangers reviewed the photos, found about 400 of them were bear selfies of a single Bruin that came in for a close-up. The camera is one of 9 set up around the city by Boulder Open Space and Mountain Parks to help officials and researchers learn more about the area's diverse wildlife.
How'd you like that news?
I love that news. Bear selfies.
I decided, hey, look who's in the house.
Ken Bieberman is in the house.
Ken Bieberman, where the hell did he come from? He snuck right in here.
Snuck right in here.
I gotta tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I had this stuff.
It's delicious, this stuff.
Because when I looked at it, I thought it was, this is really freaking good.
It's really good. How easy is that?
I gotta tell you something. I am thoroughly impressed. This is delicious. I don't even like mustard, but you don't taste the mustard.
You don't taste the mustard. You don't taste the maple syrup. You would really think it's Caesar salad.
It tastes like Caesar salad. You carry on. I'm eating. It's really good.
And then Cooking with Veggie Vero, is the recipe in here, Veronica?
Yes, yes.
And how do people get this book?
It is available on my website, veggievero.com. It's also on Amazon. If you look up Cooking with Veggie Vero on Amazon, it should pop up. And you can get it from me in person on February 25th if you come to the Delray Beach Children's Garden. And I'm happy to sign it for you.
I gotta tell you, this is outstanding. And there's a couple of recipes in there, like she has the raw broccoli jar, which I find interesting as well.
You love broccoli.
Yeah, that's a really good one. You put the salad, you're basically creating a salad in a jar, and then you pour the dressing on top and you shake it up with the lid on. It's fun for kids too. And then you get like a little bit of dressing on each bite because it's really shaken up in the jar.
That's what makes it so much fun, is you do this for the kids. So when the kids are in the kitchen, they're actually taking ownership of their food choices. So if you put out a plate of fruit, they get to choose their fruit, but you know it's all fruit. Or you choose their vegetables, and that's all good choices, but yet they feel ownership in, wow, I made this. And as a parent or guardian, you know they're all good choices. And that's what I love. It's always family friendly, which is great.
Thank you. Yeah,
That's
that's what
amazing.
it's all about. Kids are so happy to eat healthy foods if they had a kind of a participation in the cooking process. It takes a whole new meaning on. They're proud of their creation. Excited
This
to
is
eat
awesome.
Outstanding. I'm looking it up on WW, see how many points it is. I think it's like 3 points for a whole batch of that stuff. Watch out now. Watch out.
I'm gonna have lunch now.
All of a sudden, it opens the door to having salads, right? One of the problems I don't eat salads is because I can't eat the dressings. You know, that's no good. It don't have the fat.
Well, yeah, most dressings are so lacking in nutrition that it kind of defeats the purpose of even eating a salad.
Exactly.
You know, when
Exactly.
you
You may
have
as well
a
just take a spoon.
When you, have
Yes.
when you have a salad and there's 10 points on the salad, that's a big part of your day. So you don't want to have that, right? But this, are you kidding me? Load it up.
How'd you ladies like it?
Delicious.
So a lot to share. We've got Ken Bieberman with us. Veronica, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Karina's been hanging out with us, and she's amazing. And Vismaya, we have not seen you since we were up at our other studio.
Before the pandemic.
Just grab your mic.
I would know this by now. Before the pandemic, it's been a long time.
You look amazing. I love your hair. You changed the color, the curls. They look great.
It's longer. Yeah.
Fantastic. What have you been doing? What's happening with all of your gratitude?
I have, I co-produced a live event called Rise with Perspective, Living in Gratitude Today. My gratitude shirts have been going crazy. The movement is still booming and people are loving the daily emails. If I don't do it exactly, at 6 in the morning, I get phone calls, hey, what's happening? So things are good, and I've had some interesting life experiences that have really allowed me to tap into that space of gratitude and to practice a whole lot of what I preach. So it's been an interesting couple of years with a lot of growth, and so love the new studio.
Oh, thank you. It's great to have you here. How challenging is it to stay in gratitude?
It's very challenging if you don't have a practice, but when you have a practice, it's less challenging. So, for example, my mother, I got a phone call August 30th from my mother freaking out, wasn't feeling good, and I was in North Carolina. Had to drive home 10 hours. She was screaming, crying, hysterical. 2 days after that, once I got home, she ended up in the hospital. So there was a lot of stress, a lot of craziness. If I didn't have a gratitude practice and I didn't have a team, I don't know honestly how I would have made it driving 10 hours in a car from North Carolina back home to manage it. She ultimately passed away.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. But it was really, the practice of gratitude allowed me to go through that situation with ease and grace and honor her the best way I could.
that's what I'm thinking. It's the practice of gratitude. We talk about even finding 5 minutes in a day to meditate, and our minds are going a million miles an hour and a million places to be. To actually say, okay, I'm grateful. I have gratitude for this situation. I've got gratitude for that situation. There's always a silver lining. Is that what your emails are about?
My emails are fuel. I call it gas. I give them gas each day, which is a gratitude action step to really start their day off. Okay, here's a little thing I can think about, I can do to step into that place of gratitude. You will never hear me say have an attitude of gratitude, because I don't know how to have an attitude, but I do know how to practice something. And when I start to practice something, like any other muscle, when you practice it, that muscle expands and grows. So the action steps really give you a space to say, okay, you know, I wake up, first thing I see is my gratitude action step, and now it's in my mind all day. So it fuels you. It gives you the space to really focus more on your joys and less on your oys. And that's what the practice does. Right? I'm Jewish, so we have a lot of oys.
Less on your oys. We have a lobby full of people. Everyone come on in and let's have everyone come in, let them sit on the white couch. See, and no, we're good. Come on in. Everyone's standing in the lobby, so we can come on in. Everyone can sit on the couch.
Hi.
Let's take a quick break. Let me get everyone situated for the next hour. More to come, more with This Mind. We're going to learn about your gratitude practice, how everyone can get their daily emails, because we all need it.
Yes.
So stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504.
Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hello. Welcome back to another edition of
Watch Out World!
Oh, God. Two dudes in a car, and I am praying for my life right now. That's not that bad.
Didn't trust my driving.
It's not that
He thinks they're gonna crash the car or something. He thinks they're gonna wrap us around a telephone pole. What do you want? I'm buying today.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Listen to some nice music.
You want to see what's on the oldies?
Yeah. Can you be able to find it?
How does that work?
Will you be able to find it?
Yeah,
No, don't play Let It Go by
Oh, were you listening to Frozen?
Hello, how are you today? Very good. It's a cold day today, isn't it?
What did you get?
What?
What'd you get?
A strawberry draft passion fruit refresher and an old-fashioned donut.
Good one. That was a good one.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Wait, we just ordered.
No, we didn't. You got to order right here.
Hello, how are you today? Hello?
Didn't your daughter have a different?
I wasn't. Wasn't that supposed to be good? You were joking, weren't you? Yes.
Is the 10.99 son?
Yeah. We trade. Thank you. You want to sit in the parking lot a little bit? We can stop.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
You want to sit in the parking lot for a bit?
No. Can you put it in drive?
Shut up.
Turn right.
You guys are hilarious.
Wow. Wow. All I can say is wow.
You guys are awesome. Happy
Two
Friday.
dudes in the car.
They're the best.
You know, I asked them to do like a voiceover. Two dudes in the car to make the announcement. I guess crashing the car is the same difference.
Who'd you order the food from? The lady next to you? or-
Oh, okay. The lady next, we ordered the food from the poor lady standing out in the cold.
Why was there a lady outside in the cold? You don't know.
No, they do that. They do that.
They do?
Is Josh knew what he was doing. He told me, hey, Bax, you know, you need to order from the speaker up there, too.
There's a speaker on top.
Yeah, there was another speaker, and he said,
There you go.
you need to order from here as well. And I'm like, you sure? And he's like, oh, yeah.
So you open the sunroof to order out the window?
No, I just opened the sunroof for a bit, but just had some fun. But then I went to the speaker and I rolled down the window and said, hello? Hello, you know.
How
she
many
says-
times did you order? You talked
No,
to two
twice.
different.
Well, then Josh knew that I wasn't supposed to order twice. He just told me to go up to the window and try to order again to see what I would do. And I said, hello, hello. And the person comes in and says, did you guys already order up front? And then I roll up the window and I drive away embarrassed. Because Josh knew what he was doing. Josh wanted to see what I would do, and he wanted to see what the people at Dunkin' would do if I told him to order twice.
You just never know what's going to happen in this studio. See the small things that you're grateful for, Vismaya. You guys are
I'm
great.
grateful
That was
that they
awesome.
got out of the parking lot in one piece.
Things that make you go, you guys are great. Nice
Thank
job,
you.
Baxton.
Two boys, two dudes in the car. Okay.
That was nice. All right, so we got to get back to our practice of gratitude. Vismaya, what do you send out every day? Because I think I need this.
So now I'm looking at the right camera. That's what I'm grateful for. So I'm learning. So I send out a daily gratitude action step, Monday through Friday. And they're all themed. So this month is about dreaming big and planning big, because a dream or a goal without a plan is just a wish. So if we don't take the steps to actually write things down and do the small pieces, we're just dreaming all the time and wishing for something that could happen. So that's the theme of this month. And the idea is, again, I was a high school teacher, for those of you that don't know, and I had my students keeping gratitude charts. And the reason it worked is because it was a consistent reminder, hey, what are you grateful for today? Have you written anything on your gratitude chart? And what I really get people to do is focus on an activity that is new to the day, something that you're grateful for today, not something very general like, oh, I'm grateful I woke up, which is lovely. But when we start to focus on the things that we're grateful for that happened in a given day, what happens is that we're training our brain to find those things on an active basis. And again, that allows us to focus more on our joys and less on our oys.
Do you have a shirt that says focus more on your joys and less on your oys?
No, but I might make a sticker out of it, because
You
I just
should
did a line
definitely
of
make a
stickers.
sticker out of that. You need to trademark that for sure, especially in Miami.
It's funny because I know when we met her, she gave us these shirts that say gratitude
Grateful,
or
right?
grateful or something on them. And I gave mine to Linda. And Linda wears it on Friday because they asked her to bring it in to where she works. And what happens is it's contagious. So for years, I've been wondering, okay, how do I find her to get more shirts? Because when you start wearing things like that, I'm a firm believer of niches and sayings. And what you're doing today is phenomenal. I mean, it sort of reminds you that you should look for that gratitude pill a day. Do something nice for somebody else, at least once a day. And it will come back to you 7 times over.
Or just do it to change your mindset, because otherwise, if you're focusing on the oys all the time, it's not so much fun. It's a whole lot of stress going on in your head and chaos. And besides, it's not even about getting it back. It's just preservation of yourself, right? So, and you've been here, Karina, yesterday and today. I think it might always be like this, Lynn and Sally, because
Well, she's here.
when you guys are here, it is just always like this.
It fills up when you're here.
It's your energy.
Fill up the room.
That's
with
what it
my
is.
energy.
That's what it is.
I got so much love to give. I give it away freely.
What's so great is everyone here is so in alignment that Lynn knows exactly who to bring, and Veronica is always family, and Sally and Steve are over there. See, a dream is just, what is it? A hope is just a wish until you take an action, and then you two got married. So I guess
Well, that's a
that was
whole-
the action.
that's a whole-
Just recently.
That's a whole
They got
different.
married a month ago.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.
That's a whole different leap.
That's a whole new show again.
Sally and Steve Get Married is the name of the show.
Yes.
And yesterday you
Sally
met,
met Steve.
you met Ebony, who married them.
Yes, Ebony did their wedding.
Yes, she married us.
Hold your mic.
She married us.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah. Right, that's right, yes. She
sorry, I
sang at
keep
our
forgetting.
wedding.
Vismaya, how do we get your gratitude email? And what do they say? Obviously it says more than write down what you're grateful for.
Right. So each day they have something different. And sometimes when I write them, I can't tell you what I wrote today, because actually, hold on. Today was about not comparing yourself to others, because when we compare ourselves to others, what we're doing is we're really taking away our own joy. So if we, take a step and somebody else who's doing something similar takes a leap, we're like, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I didn't do enough. And really the whole purpose of this gratitude practice is to say, wait a minute, I did take a step in the right direction. So today's action step was don't compare. At least for a day, don't compare. My website is down, but you can find me at send me a note and I'll send you the link. It's info@livingingratitudetoday.com. Or you can go onto my shop, which is shop.livingingratitudetoday.com.
What are some daily practices? You got it?
May I read it?
Yes, please.
May I read what I got
Oh,
today?
she's-
'Cause
yes.
I'm one of her founding members.
Yes, you are.
When she first came up with that idea, we were at a meeting together, and we had an opportunity to join her as the founding members and jumpstart her gratitude. And today it says, "Hi, Karina. We are in week 4 of 2023. This month's focus, plan big, live big. Last month, we spent time letting go of excuses, regrets, and frustrations. Each day, you release something that held you back and or no longer served you, either tangible or intangible. Now it's time to fill the space. This is the fun part where you get to declare and create the life you want. Now that you watch the Plan Big, Live Big series and you spend time filling out the worksheets, what's next? One of the keys to achieving any goals is to manage your thoughts. Today's action step, she gives action steps every day, which is great. So today's action step will be repeated daily throughout the month. Your daily GAS, as in G.A.S. Gratitude action steps.
Nice.
No comparison day. Do not compare yourself to others who seem to be doing a better or faster job of achieving their goals. Comparison is the thief of joy. Even if you have the same goal, what they need to do and learn to achieve theirs is not the same as what you need to do and learn to achieve yours. Comparing yourself to others is never a productive action. Remember, your path is uniquely yours. Thank you. In gratitude.
And you put those out every day?
Every single day.
Wow.
That's a good formula to follow.
It's a great formula, but imagine how much perseverance you have to have and clarity to do this every day to send out to your followers.
So to be honest, I do them, sometimes I do them every day, sometimes I do them a couple days in a row. That way they're out when they're supposed to be. But they each have themes, everything is kind of related. And then I go back and I reread them sometimes and I make sure that, something doesn't change. Or a lot of times if something happens to me and I learn something, I might change it up so that the next day it's something about a lesson I learned.
And the nice part, and remember yesterday I mentioned that it's not the knowledge, it's the action that you add to it. So even though you get these emails every day, which are amazing, take the action, like do the exercise. Don't just go over it. And that's the difference. And you have a journaling book also, don't you? A journaling
I
something?
do. We're gonna create another one for 2023.
Okay.
A new one is gonna come out.
Exactly. Take the action, because that's where the magic happens. That's where things starts happening in your life. And like you say, you just sit there. Nothing's going to happen unless you do something about it, right?
Elie Wiesel, a Holocaust survivor, says, smart people gather information. Wise people take that information and build on it. And that's exactly what you were saying. We can get all this information, this great information, but we need to start taking action, for myself included.
Right.
So the more I read, the more I write my emails, the more I do things, also the more I am embedded in my gratitude practice.
Correct. And the teacher is the student, and the student is the teacher.
It's funny, after our whole show yesterday, and yesterday's show was spectacular.
It was
what you and Lynn had talked about past lives and lessons learned and messages received. I had to leave for a meeting. And the opportunity was right there. So I sat for about 45 minutes and didn't really say anything. And then I said, you know what? I have to take the action. And I took Lynn's words and said, we have to learn from our past. There's a message in our past history that I choose not to repeat. So this is how I would do it if you're asking my opinion. It's up to you whether you want to repeat the past message, the past lessons missed out on in our life, or to change it. And they said, nope. I'm going to take your advice and change it. And that's because of you guys yesterday that I was actually able to take that step forward.
Right.
And take an action and say, we need to stop this generational
And,
trauma.
And something very important, and I want everyone to be very, very aware of this. And sometimes we get very defensive when someone says something to us. But to me, everything is a change of perspective. When someone says something to you, especially if it's a little trigger, change it up and say, maybe this is not coming from that person. Maybe this is coming, they're just channeling information that my spirits want to tell me. And since I'm not listening with my own ears, then she needs to tell me. And that's what she's doing. She's like, if you're not going to take the action, I'm going to help you. And she's also a channeler. I mean, we're all channelers. So you take that action, and anyone that talks to you, there is a little bit of a lesson there. And listen to what someone is saying, because they might just be there to help you shift that little nudge to take in the direction you have to go.
Sally, you got something
Right?
to say?
Yes, because I can relate so much to what you're saying. I don't know if you've listened to any of my shows, it's all about positivity too, but I do get channeled. And some of what you're saying, I'm saying it sounds on my spiritual show with what I talk about is so similar to what you're actually saying. We may be wording it slightly differently, but the similarity is absolutely there. And gratitude is everything, because without that, you're not going to, you can't carry on with your message. You've got to have that gratitude. I love your work. I love what you're doing, both of you. It's great, absolutely.
you.
But it's
Thank you.
not
Thank you.
unsimilar to what I'm doing. I just can, maybe, I don't know. I have no ego with this because we can all do it. But I do hear because I listen. And I can hear, so I'm only relaying sometimes some of the things that I'm hearing from what I would call my channel of spirit, or whatever you want to call it. But it is there. It's there for all of us. And you are spreading it in maybe a slightly different way to me, but it's the same message. Exactly the
But
same message.
that's the best part. That's why there's so many of us here, because someone might relate to your energy, your character, whatever, and then they're going to relate to us my way or my way. So there's no specific way. It's just that we all relate to different people at different time. And it's okay. It's okay, because we're all going to write exactly the same book. But I might like your cover better.
Dawn and
I'm
Freddie
gonna read
will
her,
go to
right?
what I always say. There is no coincidences. Look at this.
Right? It's been 2 days
Absolutely.
like this.
Absolutely.
Right?
And it's nice to know that you're on the same page, and then the next page has a different path. It's going to take it to another level that's going to bring in more. I mean, the more people come, I mean, I didn't know that he was going to show up today.
Ken?
I didn't know that Ken was going to show up today, but the more that you do, the more he'll take back, the more that he'll spread out. I'm thinking of taking your stuff and putting it on the screen. It's giving me different ideas on how to touch more lives with the right equipment, with the right words. I mean, I love her shirts. I love your name, by the way.
I know.
Your name is
your
amazing.
name Hebrew?
So my name was given to me in India, and it means surprise or wonder. It is not what my Jewish parents gave me.
But it's a great name.
Thank you.
Yesterday, Freddie, you brought up the world situation, but this is where the grassroots starts. Us talking, sharing, and getting more people on this side of the world, on this side of understanding how the universal laws work, gratitude, appreciation, all of that. And slowly, as more and more people join this movement, slowly we get to the top of those that's creating chaos in this world.
Sally, let's ask you the question. What does your collective say about that?
Well, I'm saying this is just they're actually telling me that it's a continuation of a little of what we've just been talking about, Lynn. Okay, because we all have to come together. We have to fight a force that is unknown, let's say. And through that, we spread it with gratitude, with light, with whatever you want to call it, compassion, understanding. So my take is that the three of us, I'm sure if we have a conversation, we have, as I just said, exactly the same message. We're just spreading it a little differently for the different people here. The ones that all want to listen to me or that tune into my show will listen to my message. Now they can tune into yours. They'll say, this is very similar. And suddenly we'll realize, because we really are all one. It's just that we don't know it.
Right.
So I feel that this is very strong and very powerful what we're doing right now. Lynn, can you feel that? Hello? Are you there? Wake up, Lynn. Wake up. I know I probably sent you to sleep.
You gotta give the man a chance to talk. Take it easy.
It's your accent is so beautiful. He was just.
How much coffee did you get?
None. I had none.
I
so-
tried to replicate the Freddie
There is no
version.
replication.
Freddie, you came in and offered and you never delivered.
You know why? Because
fine.
more people came in, and more people came
fine.
in, and more people came in. This has been like nonstop. You know that I fell asleep at 10 o'clock. I haven't fallen asleep at 10 o'clock in about 50 years. And last night was nonstop. Nonstop. And then
And
we
today
had
was a
at night.
continuation.
And it just doesn't stop, which is great. I love it. And it's funny, we talked about yesterday and we asked the question as to why. Why do things happen so bad and why, right? And today God sends a gift, and I'm looking at it again. And it's in this room again, and it's answering the whys, because how do you fill a bucket? One drop at a time. And if you keep the path, and you keep going, and you keep going, and don't listen to the noise, then you have a chance. You have a chance. And I think that's what Lynn was just about to say. You ready?
I've been ready.
I'm giving you a little leeway here, because she wants you to answer right away.
I'm sorry, Lynn.
You know, those Jewish women, we're a little impatient.
Unbelievable here.
My peeps up there, we're a little impatient. We got things to do.
Well, so what I will share with you is that Sally and Steve and I just had an amazing session working on what Sally has slowly convincing me is our book now, not just hers, but it's still going to be more her. We're just going to change how we word a few things in it, but it really just an incredible experience of being able to put this understanding that we're all one into practice, and being able to realize that we're all getting messages from the same place. And so when we allow those messages to come through, and it's the drops in the bucket, Freddie, like you just said. When we all allow the messages to come through us and not try to change them, we are actually creating drops that look very similar, which fill the bucket with one thing rather than filling the bucket with a whole bunch of stuff that it doesn't need to be in the bucket.
Yeah.
Right? And so when we do that, we create a level of thought and belief purity within the bucket, so that bucket actually serves us. And if we use the water in it to clean or to drink or to do whatever, we are actually creating an incredible experience for ourselves and for others. And so I'll go back to sleep now, if that's okay.
No, I have one more question before you go back to sleep and we'll go to commercial.
It was Lynn that needed some coffee.
You went through gratitude training. When we met you, you had gone through gratitude. Is the gratitude training that you went through, do you practice this daily like Vismaya does? Is that part of why you're able to bring all of these amazing souls together? Because a lot of what we sit in the past 2 days is because Lynn has brought this together.
Okay.
Right? I mean, Sally and Lynn worked together, but Lynn brought Karina. Vismaya was in Karina's magazine. We haven't seen her for years. You brought her back. Lynn is back today. As Sally says, there are no coincidences. So Lynn, I have to attribute this a huge part to you and your message and your spirit. Do you practice gratitude from what you went through all the time?
I don't know that I can say it's a conscious thought of gratitude, but I will tell you that I have a very, I'm going to say it this way, and it's going to sound like Kenny, right? But I feel like there's a certain sense in which I'm in love with life. And there are moments when I'm so happy to be alive. But by the same token, if I left this afternoon, I would not be sad. Because I've learned at this point in my life, I'm going to enjoy every moment, but I'm not going to cling to it. I'm just going to enjoy the moment and allow it to pass so that I'm ready for the next one and am able to live that moment fully. And when we do that, we're going to experience gratitude, because most of the other things we experience in our minds are because we are not being present in the moment now.
True. Yes. All that noise. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, more with Gratitude. Sally Veronica, a great studio here. And Vismaya, your website is?
shop.livingingratitudetoday.com, or you can email me because my website is down right now, info@livingingratitudetoday.com.
All right, more to come. Stay tuned on this beautiful Friday. That was made by Gina Bella.
This is unbelievable.
Isn't that nice?
How come I never saw this before?
She made it last night on her show.
Where was I?
We were running Lynn's show, is what we were doing. We had Lynn and Louise's
So nobody showed me this?
It was drying, but I just wanted to put it on.
I feel so left out. I swear, I still feel so left out.
It's like a mushroom. You like bury your head and then you grow.
No, mushrooms don't bury their heads, but thank you for playing. But this is really cool.
Isn't that beautiful?
I don't know if I should drink it, hold on to it, or put it on a mantle.
Promise to love you. It's a love bottle of wine that she created.
And she wrote this?
She wrote the poem.
Can you imagine putting your stuff on a bottle?
All right, more to come.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
Call 855-993-2180. That's 855-993-2180. Again, 855-993-2180.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
All right, playoffs, Sunday. Eagles, 49ers.
Eagles.
Thank you. Eagles, 49ers. Who's the other team? What else?
Chiefs and Bengals.
Chiefs, Bengals?
Bengals. It's going to be the Eagles and the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
They're both Sunday?
Yes, and the only reason I'm picking the Bengals, well, there's a lot of reasons, but one reason is because Mahomes, did you see what he did yesterday? He did the press conference.
The shuffle?
And he bounces up on the stage and he's doing the shuffle.
And you go, ah.
Yeah, but you can inject a sore spot. And then when game time comes in that fourth quarter, there's going to be a lot of pain. So I'm picking the Bengals.
All right, it should be an interesting Sunday.
Anybody watch football? Anybody has picks?
Steve does.
Same as you.
Same?
Philadelphia, Cincinnati.
Now, I got to tell you, the kid from the 49ers is a miracle. That kid hasn't lost a game. He was the last pick. He's called Mr. Irrelevant because he was the last pick in the draft. Same thing as Brady, which was very close to the last pick. And this kid hasn't lost.
Brady was close to the last pick?
That's right. And the only reason that Brady is playing, I was at the Meadowlands when the quarterback in front of him, a Jet linebacker, took him out. He bruised his chest in a hit out of bounds. And they bring in this kid named Brady. Tom Brady.
What year? Josh, what year?
I don't know the year. But I was there because it was raining. It was cold. It was miserable. And this kid lit it up. I mean, vroom, 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 vroom. And here you are with the GOAT, the greatest player of all time at that position. Got to tell him he's even better than some of the olders. Yeah, I mean, some of the older guys that we've seen play. He was the best. And this Mr. Irrelevant, he's not bad. This kid from the 49ers, man, he makes things happen. You know, there's something about school ball, playing sandlot ball, like Mahomes does. He doesn't always follow a play. He makes it up as he goes along. Sort of like
kind of like us. Because we're so scripted. See that teleprompter? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like we went to this show and they had these huge teleprompter.
Right.
And I go, what are you looking at? He's reading these words?
We don't even know. They ask why we don't do promotions because we don't know who's even going to walk in the door sometimes.
We had to do a promotion one time for a company. And I'm sorry, the guy passed away recently. And he had us reading these things, right? And I'm reading the words like this. I cannot do this.
I had them taped across all the cameras so he could read them.
And I kept looking. I got to read that? Or what about this? I said, you know what? Let me just do it my way.
So I have an idea for Ken. if he has one of these amazing paintings with a football. Favorite player, who would you do? Throwing a
Brady.
football.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Just grab your mic, Ken Bieberman.
I have an artist that comes to my studio to get art printed, and she does nothing but sports stuff, and she very successful.
You could do one of your great pieces, which is, they're so amazing.
Tell them about that one.
The Mona Lisa. Fill us in on your Mona Lisa piece. And your Jesus.
I came up with an idea. I wanted to do iconic figures, and there's very few that I think is going to fit that criteria. So I have Mona Lisa, Andy Warhol, and Jesus so far. But I can't. I'm thinking of my next one.
Us.
I don't want to do Marilyn Monroe because it's overdone.
Hold on. Who you say?
Andy
Jesus?
Warhol, Jesus.
And the third one?
And Mona Lisa.
That'll be very quiet. One doesn't speak. The other one
She speaks
is a
volumes.
philosopher. And Warhol is just out of his mind.
They speak volumes, though.
What a conversation we'll have there. I had an idea of taking pieces of people, and they have an app, and they speak. You ever seen that? They do it with animals and cats and stuff. And you put it on the painting, and then I'll ask Mona Lisa, why is it that you don't smile? And she'll tell you. You noticed.
But you know her eyes move when you walk past her.
What are you drinking?
She's got the smirk, right? Look at her. She's watching over everything.
I have
But
an
Ken-
icon suggestion for you.
See
Robin
this?
Williams.
Robin Williams?
Not the iconic enough.
He wants bigger.
Has to be the perfect thing.
What
I'm
about
still
Moses?
thinking.
Oh no, we got Jesus already.
I'm
What
still
about-
thinking about it.
So my question about that paint, is that a Louis Vuitton background going on there?
Yes.
I just realized, I'm like, that's
I
like
have
Louis
to-
Vuitton.
And I have to put a commentary in the iconic figure because that's part of the style that I'm looking for.
Why Louis Vuitton, though?
Because it just seemed perfect.
Perfect.
I don't know. It's also that nod to that Supreme brand.
Interesting.
Do you know that you can put a QR code, right?
Yeah.
On the back of it. And then that is housed somewhere, which you can put it on a TV screen or anything because it'll play over and over again. So you can hit if you buy it, you hit that and you have it on the screen and it explains whatever you want the damn thing to say.
That particular painting, people from the Vatican came to my studio.
That's what I wanted them to hear.
And then that painting went to the Vatican, and they bought the NFT to it.
No.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Oh my goodness.
And they put it on shirts and caps and
I don't know
everything
what
else.
they're going to do with it.
They bought Mona Lisa and Jesus, correct?
Correct.
And the Jesus one, yeah.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
amazing, Ken.
That's going to be big
So I've
time.
got pictures of like it in the Vatican with the ambassador and the Monsignor.
Wow. That's amazing. That's
Now, I gotta
awesome.
share a story, which I'm sort of a little embarrassed to share, but I'm gonna share it. Saturday night at Hub at the Pub, he was there, and we were hanging out in his room. And there was a gentleman that had a hat.
He bought
So
something.
I thought, I know, but I know he bought something. So I thought I knew him. I thought we knew him.
Yeah.
But you weren't there
No.
to give me the, no, we don't know him routine. So I said, yeah, I know. I told his wife, yeah, I know. He was on the show and all that. And he's looking at me like I'm from another planet. But he's not going to say, I don't know
He's
you.
a parent of one of the kids.
He's a it gets even more interesting. So he says, oh yeah. He goes, oh yeah, I was on that show. He was never here.
Nope.
So he comes back, I see him in the hallway, and he says, are you sure it's me? I says, yeah, you were there, your wife was there. Because it was somebody else who looked just like him. It wasn't him. So I see him a third time now in the room, and he bought something. That
He
was
bought one of your
amazing.
prints, which was amazing.
Well, I was hauling him, telling him, I know you.
He bought Jesus playing the Stratocaster.
Did he?
That's a great piece.
It's funny because he left there scratching and says, "What do I know? This guy was on some show."
Well, it turns out he knows a lot of my friends.
Oh, there you go. Maybe he was on your show.
And one of the great things you do at your studio, you can take pictures, the images, and you can make them any size reproductions for people with your scanning.
Yes.
You want to explain a little bit about that? We've got a lot of artists in the studio.
Well, I have a company called Art Repro. It's in Pompano Beach. And I have a scanning setup that nobody else has in the world. So I can scan up to 10-foot painting, because that's about what'll fit wall to wall.
Wow. And then he prints them and he has them. That's what these are.
And it does the edges, which is what I like. It does
So-
the whole canvas.
So also, I could do like transparencies, like not many people do that either. I scan transparencies and slides, and I can blow them up like 7-8 feet.
Like
And they
people's
don't-
old pictures?
And they don't lose.
They don't. Well, you know, when you shine a slide at a wall, you can get it huge. So it's as big as that.
So they vector. They don't lose their image.
It's not a vector. It's a.
No, I'm saying they don't lose the imagery no matter how big you make
Because
it.
they don't have any pixels.
Exactly.
Right.
Like there are times in our business, if it's a small picture and you try to post a small picture, you can't see it, or if it's too big, it doesn't fit. But what I like about you, it doesn't lose any of its texture.
So Sally, we could do a reproduction of Nigel.
Yes, absolutely. As you were talking, I was thinking, I was just mentioning to Steve, this is exactly what I want to do. I will get your business card for sure. The crazy art in here is mine.
I'm going to take a picture of your blouse, which happens to be one of your
Oh, that's right. I forgot I was wearing this. I mean, what are you talking about?
So that's one of your art pieces.
Yes, it's one of my art pieces, yes.
I just wanted to say that when you photograph a piece of work, which a lot of people do, it can't even compare to what I'm doing, because it gets right down into the canvas weave in the microscopic range.
That's why it looks the way it looks.
Right, because a camera is going to get an impression of a painting from a distance away. Number one, it's going to always have shadow and highlights on it. It's not going to be exactly the way it's supposed to be.
But the way you do it, and more new people walk in here and they say, everything here is for sale? That's the amazing thing, that this is a gallery. Vismaya, I couldn't believe it. This is a little gallery where people can buy paintings and we get to spotlight really incredible works of art.
It is like mind-blowing to be in this place. Because everywhere you look, you see something even more beautiful in the next piece, and then you're like, that's my favorite. Well, wait a minute, that's my favorite. It's absolutely amazing.
I'd be curious to see what the scanner's going to do with my art.
It would be amazing.
So what is this? It's on my
My
art is
comes
different.
out exactly like your art.
But I wouldn't know, because mine is in the other room. There's more of my art in there. It's like.
But you know how Steve doesn't ever like to part with Nigel?
That's right.
We could
You're scanning.
reproduce Nigel and
Absolutely.
hang Nigel and his family here.
Yes,
and you can keep the original at your house.
That's good.
So I take the
Sounds good to
the
me.
original.
See, I know.
I take the original painting and I run proof strips to match the colors, and
Great.
I adjust the color till it matches the colors.
Okay, I actually have some in the other studio, so I'll show you. And I'm really interested in doing that.
Oh,
and
that'd
we
be
have one
great.
at home that we're talking about Nigel.
Love to have you come.
Yeah.
I have probably 1,000 artist clients that
Beautiful.
come from all over.
Well, we've
His
got a lot
stuff-
of people interested in
His
Nigel
stuff
now, I'm
is on
sure.
all these restaurants all over the place. you know.
Beautiful, yes.
His works are
Lovely.
I've seen your works in some of the places that I've been to.
On Atlantic at Sazio,
Closer to your mic.
Atlantic Avenue in Delray at Sazio, they have a lot of my pieces, and I did a mural inside of a turret,
Wow.
and the top of the turret's 35 feet tall.
Wow.
So what I did was I built a tree house inside the restaurant, like basically put some joists across the soffit, built a platform, and I had a little hatch, and I pulled the ladder. I put the ladder up, and I lived inside of this thing in the middle of the night for 2 weeks. Like I'd go there at like 11 o'clock at night and leave at like
And the reason you did this was why, Mr.
He could paint when they were closed.
Because I like doing it, and they paid me pretty well.
So you were painting when it was all closed?
Right.
Can
You
you
know, this-
change the size? I have different sizes, but if mine I can make bigger or I can make smaller. 'Cause
He
I
can
do-
make them bigger.
So
He
if
can
I
do
want
everything.
one smaller or bigger, like you can enlarge it, it won't distort. My paintings probably won't be distorted, but
No,
it's
they won't. I mean, especially if I scan it at a higher resolution than
Okay.
normal, I can really make it big.
great. Yes,
And
we could do
when
some
it
big
gets
ones.
smaller, it actually looks better because it.
The higher resolution.
Right.
Veronica, you can bring veggie here to life.
The more sharp it gets.
No coincidences once again, right?
Well, I mean, everywhere he goes is
Exactly.
amazing, you know. And we were hanging out with him Saturday night, and there were people coming in. His work speaks for itself.
Right. Yes.
And then it's like when Vic was here, and he just stood there staring at it, like, you know, wow, where did
Because
that
Vic
come
is so New York.
He is so New York.
What I
This
try
why
to do
love it.
is, I get like in a trance, like a hypnosis, almost hypnotized when I'm doing it. Okay.
Well, you hypnotize other people too.
And then it translates that like that to other people, I think.
We should put your paintings on television. Maybe we can hypnotize the powers that need to be hypnotized and sort of change things around.
I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but I get like in a trance when I'm working.
I totally understand
call it
because
the zone.
I have no idea my art, what I'm painting,
No.
until I've actually finished, and it can be 4 hours, it can be even 3 days. I don't know what I painted until I finished on the canvas.
I know what I'm going to paint ahead of
Oh,
time.
I don't, but
But
There's
I don't know
two.
what it's going to look like exactly. I have a good idea though.
Okay.
Well, you know, I've asked the universe to grant us a bigger place, 6,000 square feet, because and to be put in a position where.
Hear that sigh?
Why?
Huh.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the greatness. It's like writing the greatest book, but you have to have somebody read it. So it isn't about the lack of work. The artists in here are spectacular.
Well, Sally
If
sees
you
it
build
coming,
it,
so-
they will come.
Well, but this is
If you
exactly.
build it, they will come.
This is
Yeah,
why
you
you're
have to.
here.
You have to go ahead and do it anyway. We tend to want to see the end result first, but the truth is we got to just do it. And once you do it, the law of attraction will bring the audience.
And that's
when,
the difference.
When the
because
student
it-
is ready to teach, you know, shows
Well,
up.
if you have the vision, good things will happen.
Yeah.
Right? So you try to develop the vision to do it, see it, and you pursue it. And we met him at a time when we needed an artist in the building.
Yeah, but think about, I'm thinking about Vismaya and all in gratitude, right? And changing perspective, as you say, about a situation. We were at another studio and things didn't work out because
And there was a lot of artists there.
things didn't work out. But from that experience, we were able to surround ourselves with some really great friends and longtime family. Amy Rashevsky, Jay Harmon, Ken
That's
Bieberman.
where I met you.
Where we met you.
I met you, actually, I had my
Your
debut.
first show.
Debut one-man show. My art had never been seen before, and I planned this show at the heart of Delray, where I met.
Right, we met you there. I think we met Veronica there as well. Vismaya has been there.
I threw every resource I could get at it.
And Lynn, I mean, a lot of everybody here, we met through there. So when they say one door closes, when a door opens, and here we are with the
You
bigger
remember
door.
Rocco?
Yeah.
I met him.
At the eye doctor.
At the eye doctor. He comes up to me and says, "You're that New York guy that has that show." And and he had a mask on because you had to wear a mask in the eye doctor. And I said, "Who is this guy?" I go, "And you are?" "It's me, Rocco." I said, "Rocco." But he has some nice stuff. He wants to bring in some stuff in here.
He's a very successful artist.
He is.
He makes the mobiles, but you learn from all experiences.
Sal, remember Sal? Sal was my favorite.
So whereas at the end of the day we had to move, but on the other side of that moving, look what we had to experience.
But now it's a tease because now I need more room.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break.
I need 6,000 square feet.
There, just put
More
it
to
out there,
come.
Put it out to the universe.
Ken, how do people find you in Art Repo and all your work?
I have my studio. It's in Pompano Beach. It's on Powerline Road, right near Copans, and it's kind of an industrial area. But it's like when you come in, it just looks like a high-end art gallery studio.
It's beautiful.
Well, we've got his
Studio's
commercial
beautiful.
also.
Yep.
All right, more to come. Stay tuned. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
creative, enchanting, whimsical, artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions, expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
Ever needed a good read? Maybe a book to keep your mind off things. Frank A. Ruffalo is an internationally known author and accomplished screenwriter. He's written many successful novels with amazing stories. Fiction adventures like The Lady of the Harbor, The Trihedral of Chaos, Gabriel's Chalice, 10048, and many more. For more information, visit www.frankaruffalo.com or you can find Frank Ruffalo on Amazon.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solutions Center. With your insurance, you may qualify to get a new CGM right now at little or no cost to you. By wearing a small remote device, you can immediately reduce the painful finger sticks. They're accurate, easy to use, and help you make better diabetes treatment decisions. If you take insulin 3 or more times a day or use an insulin pump, I want you to call right now and take advantage of our free shipping offer.
Bright, bold, beautiful. Audrey Omart creates artwork pieces that make a statement in any room. Using ethically sourced material, these handmade artworks are made in collaboration with Divine Higher Power. This unique method gives vision, passion, and energy to every piece. Find Audrey Omart's work at the Brooklyn Cafe Studios or audreynow.com. Audrey Omart, art that opens the heart.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solutions Center. With your insurance, you may qualify to get a new CGM right now at little or no cost to you. By wearing a small remote device, you can immediately reduce the painful finger sticks. They're accurate, easy to use, and help you make better diabetes treatment decisions. If you take insulin 3 or more times a day or use an insulin pump, I want you to call right now and take advantage of our free shipping offer.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This place is like a party every day.
And we're back.
Imagine having a party here every day.
On the weekends in New York, I had a party Friday that turned to Saturday that ended Sunday.
We kind of get to do that every day and every morning.
My ex-wife was in hell.
Well, did you have a cleaning crew?
Her.
That would be why.
No, it wasn't her. It was me. It was me because if I was going to have that kind of entertainment, then I knew already what was coming. But she used to say, we're never alone. There's this and this and this. So when I stopped it, that's when we got divorced. Because there was nobody in the house, and it was just me and her, and all we did was argue.
Do you have your mic on?
I
no. He does not have his mic on. Thanks, Z.
That was
But it was a good conversation. You want to do it again?
No, because she's probably watching. You should send me a message. Yes, sir.
You gotta connect your mic.
I know. I was going to get up and I got into a conversation, but that whole thing didn't happen. Don't worry about it.
No one heard that conversation.
Moving on, as they say. Moving on.
Thank you very much for playing.
Wow.
So I'm excited because Veronica is going to come in and promote one day Cooking with Veggie Vero. This is amazing. Not only is she so talented and part of our kids television network, she's actually one of the founding shows that kicked it off 3 years ago. But this is all about teaching kids to be healthy. When I met you and you said, come work with me for the 4th year. And I said, all I know are kids. I was a health coach at the time when you interviewed me. It was family and children. My certification came through that. And this was everything that we talked about doing, was getting kids in the kitchen eating healthy and making choices.
Yeah, you eating green salads. I'll never forget the day you took me to that shoot and you had me eating grass. I felt like a cow.
We went
I
to
gotta tell you.
Hippocrates.
Yes.
And he was
Hippocrates. You guys
eating
have been
sprouts.
to Hippocrates?
He was eating sprouts.
Yeah. Have you
and
been
sprouts.
there? No, me and you are on the same page. The rest of these people, they eat grass.
No, I haven't, but I would love
Sprouts
You've never been there? Oh, let me go
No, but I would love to go.
Let me get some grass
I'm
for
sorry.
you. They put it on a plate.
You know the little microgreens?
They're delicious.
They do that looks like real pasta, but it's
Zucchini?
zucchini.
There's a recipe in here for zoodles.
Exactly. No.
Let me tell you.
It's delicious.
We
it's
took,
tasty.
oh, it's delicious. We took a crew because we were doing a show, right? So they promised us lunch. So we go to the lunchroom.
Oh, no.
There was nothing but peppers and greens.
It was
and
all
more
salad.
grass.
It was all hydroponic vegetables.
So I said, can we attack like a Burger King afterwards?
No.
Oh, no.
But it was a great shoot about health and wellness. We're always on this health
I
and
felt
wellness.
like so healthy right after I left that and I was starving. But, you know, I mean, everybody has their niche, right? Even the grass. You love
Even the
it.
grass.
So we're going to be doing something with
Which is great.
Veggie on Friday, which is great. I'm really looking forward
It's
to it.
really important to get it out to kids, to learn how
Yes.
to make healthy choices, to own their food choices, and everything. Then they grow up to be more independent, functioning.
Dawn, there's
all of these
children in all of us.
Yes.
We are all the kid.
Yeah, but somehow along the way we lose
don't lose
what we
nothing.
learned in kindergarten.
I still love
You know
cotton
why?
candy.
Because people start judging us. And we start trying to do what we think we're supposed to do to please our parents. And then we do what we're supposed to do to please our children. And then we lose pleasing ourselves to please ourselves. Except you. You do what you want for you.
Listen, when you eat cotton candy, anybody here cotton candy? Have you ever had at least once cotton candy? Yes?
Yes.
When you hold it and you pick it, because you don't eat it this way, right? You pick it with your fingers, right? Is there somebody on the other side eating it with you? Now you stay quiet. You're scared. But there ain't nobody picking your cotton candy, right?
Right?
You know what? It's like I say, what you think of me is none of my business. So eat your own cotton candy.
Do what
Stay in
makes you
your
happy.
lane. There is a child in all of us. We're all kids. You make a joke and you laugh. That's your childhood behavior. Just hold on to that.
Cotton candy.
You should hold on to your childhood. You should stay playful all the time.
All the time.
Don't give up being playful. There's no reason that this is the age I got to get serious.
We gave up on that
Have
age.
fun.
Sally, you having fun?
There's no age.
I was just going to say, that's your inner child coming out.
There you go.
Never
It is.
lose it.
And Freddie, you reminded me of a joke when you talked about.
There's things that you gotta do get in the way.
Steve says you remind him of.
You reminded me of a joke when you talked about eating
Tell me
grass.
your child, yes.
Yeah. So you know how when you or I would look at a picture of a steak, your mouth would start to water
Oh, yeah.
from that steak?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if vegans get the same response when they mow the lawn.
He's a little quiet, but when he talks, he's very funny.
Remember the movie where he used to go, you,
You're good.
you good, you. Remember?
I got a cotton candy story for you.
Tell me.
I went to an event recently and I walked in and there was like a lot in my head and I was like, "Argh." But then they had me doing the cotton candy machine. And if you have never made cotton candy,
I know, right?
I don't know.
It's
I was
fun.
delighted. By
Yes.
the time that it was over, I made such a mess. I was covered head to toe in cotton candy. It was fluttering in the air, and I was dancing in
Constantly.
cotton candy. Oh my God, it was so fun.
It is fun, yeah.
I know what
So
to get you for your
fun.
birthday.
Cotton candy machine. When is your birthday, by the way?
July 3rd, I'm a triple cancer.
Triple cancer.
cancer.
Sally, what does that mean?
I'm going to say, I honestly don't know.
cancer?
I don't say that very often, but I
What's
have
a
to say
triple
that.
cancer?
So my sun, my moon, and my rising sign are all in Cancer, and it means that I'm very sensitive. If you know me, I'm very
As you
sensitive.
say that laughing.
Because I am, and I'm very maternal, because Cancers are the mother of the zodiac.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Nice.
But don't buy me a cotton candy machine, because I'll eat it. And I'm eating more vegan stuff and healthy stuff these days.
They have vegan cotton candy, by the way.
Well, it is vegan, because
It
it's all
is
sugar.
The stem.
It's all sugar, so you can eat all the cotton candy you want.
Oh, that's true.
And that's exactly it. So it's
I meant
good to
diabetic.
be you. Yeah,
I meant diabetes.
I do have to share that I could have used the book because at one point my daughter had to do a project in middle school about beef and cows, and she came home and she goes, "No more meat." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I'm vegan." And she went, "I'm sorry, I'm pescatarian because I still like sushi." And I had to learn to cook without meat so that she could eat. And middle school, she's like 13, whatever, and she stuck to this. And I'm like,
Is she still pescatarian?
she's a pescatarian.
What's that mean? She likes fish?
She eat, well, sushi, to be very exact.
I gotta tell you, when I was growing up, I took tuna fish and I put it on pound cake, and I thought it was delicious.
Oh my goodness.
With a layer of mayonnaise between.
When my daughter was 13, she became the world's first and only non-vegetable eating vegetarian.
I had the same thing. My daughter became a vegetarian when she was 8 years old.
Hold your mic.
My daughter became a vegetarian when she was 8 years old.
Did she eat vegetables?
She wouldn't eat. She would eat like 3 things, and that was it. Like Taco Bell,
The Taco Bell die.
bean burritos, vegetable burgers, and French fries.
Oh my gosh. Lynn, what did your daughter eat as a non-vegetable vegetarian?
Everything but vegetables.
Macaroni and cheese. It's too much.
Can you go eating macaroni and cheese 24/7? No, you get sick. Remember the guy that did the experiment eating the Big Mac for 30 days?
Yes.
Ended up in the hospital puking?
So did Jared from Subway. Ended up with a whole nother
Well,
situation.
he ended up in jail too, but that was something else. That's what happens when you do just one thing a day. Gotta have fun.
boring.
That's
My
right.
grandson, from a very early age, as soon as he could talk, he said to his mom, "I don't ever want to eat anything that has eyes." Think
Eyes?
about that. That's a lot. That's including
about-
fish.
what about
right?
eyeless
Well,
fish?
obviously us. It just don't want to eat us.
Nothing but eyes.
You
Interesting.
probably all remember the viral video that went around a few years ago of that little girl saying, "I don't want to eat meat. They are animals, and I don't think they like it when they get cooked."
You know, out of the mouths of babes, they say.
This guy is like a show.
You know, this happens all the time when he's home, huh, Sally?
Yes.
So how so far? 6 weeks of married life? Wow. Not even. I don't know.
Coming up on 7.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, doesn't time fly?
Doesn't it feel like yesterday?
I'm ready for my next vacation.
Were you ready for your next vacation?
We've got 2 planned already.
Life is good.
You know, it's really nice when you can keep that
Come on in,
spice,
Karen.
that spice going, which is really nice. It's it makes you feel.
You sit over there.
Young at heart.
It makes
Yeah,
you
you
feel
know,
Young at
like with
heart.
gratitude. you know?
Hi. Hello.
You know, to have a relationship at our age is so much easier than younger people because you don't have the pressures of raising a family or building a career, so you can concentrate on the things that make you happy.
Actually, I've been meaning to tell you, Steve.
What
And
that
there
made
you
me the
have it.
happiest man in
See,
the
I
world.
put the Freddie coffee is all I can tell you.
And there you have it. I don't
Just
know what she
saying.
fed
Yeah,
her,
just
but now she
saying.
thinks she's pregnant.
Mic drop. Nice job, everyone. Karen, you did a fantastic job yesterday.
That was excellent, yes.
We did a nice job.
Thank you
Today
very
we're gonna
much.
do 2 more, right?
What was
Yes.
she doing today?
Lynn in Spanglish.
Oh, and Sally.
What's that?
And Sally in
I'm
Spanglish.
taking over Lynn now. I'm sorry,
We're
Lynn.
going to
Did
do a
you?
show in Spanglish. And maybe Gratitude wants to do something.
I think Vismaya speaks Spanish, don't you?
¿Tú hablas español?
I was going to ask.
That's what I thought.
So we,
Oh,
maybe,
wow.
maybe we can
Okay.
get her, we'll do 3.
I'm all yours this afternoon.
No, ella habla bastante bien el español.
I thought so.
I love it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I love it. I love that channel. The numbers are growing. More people are joining. We're inviting more and more people.
And I have I told you I have a lot of Spanish friends, so let me know when I hook you up.
Yes,
Nice
I am
job.
so excited, and I feel like I'm gaining, expertise and skills and confidence, and it's amazing. I really thank you guys for this opportunity.
We are so proud of you.
Aw, thank you.
You've come a long way
Yes.
in a year since we first met you, and you just keep smiling.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right, let's wrap this up. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Tune in 3 o'clock today to the Florida Love Show with Kenny Love. If you're not watching it, you're thinking it. It's all about spreading love. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and we'll see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.